Okay, I'm recording. So that's kind of the issue with that move right there, right? Kind of makes it hard to catch that move in that area. But right, so let's say we look for the next entry. Let's say even if you did take that entry and you lost, okay, maybe you're looking for the next one, and then we create a bearish breaker here, where high, low, higher, high, displacement of the lows, bearish unicorn. So then, yeah, you could have looked for the bearish unicorn here, right? This is the breaker block on the 1 minute. Boom, and then we have the fair value gap here. So yeah, you could have looked for the short off of this unicorn model right here on the 1 minute. But here's the issue is even then we just chopped around for a long time, but eventually, yes, we did come down and finally take out the low. So yeah, it would have been a hard entry to take, and that's why I just stayed out of the market today. And I've been working on other stuff, so I haven't even like looked at even taking other entries this morning since our AM sesh, just because I saw how bad price action has been. So even though I had my conviction that this short was going to be the move, which we eventually did see happen, right? Our analysis was correct. That doesn't mean that it's going to be the best entry to take because we still see bad price action throughout the move. Which is why even when I see my levels playing out, like even when I see my analysis being pretty spot on, I still don't love taking the trade because of a move like this where you have a lot of conviction that this move is going to continue down after inversion and then it comes right back up. You would have gotten stopped out, right? And then eventually, yeah, you could have looked for a re-entry point and still caught a decent trade. Like let's say you did take this one, you still could have caught a pretty good trade, right, down to these lows for like over 100 ticks. Still could have been good, but you would have just had to have waded through a lot of chop and it would have taken a long time to eventually get there. So even though the move was there, doesn't mean you should always take it, right? Doesn't mean you should always take that trade, because over anything, you got to focus on what price action looks like. What does price action look like? Is it super choppy? Then even when I have conviction, even when I think the move is going lower, maybe I still stay out of the market because of manipulation like that, right? So yes, the move we looked for did happen, but ultimately you can see how terrible and choppy this price action is. So even if I was live trading, even if I was on a session, I still don't know if I would have taken this trade, even though it did work out. It just still doesn't look like the most sexy trade, right? It's just very choppy, very sideways. And that's how I expect the rest of the day to be. So what we can do, I don't really expect to be taking a trade during this session. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't expect it because I don't expect price action to get any better than it has been today. But we'll still look at price action. We'll still tape read. But what we can do is, cover some education. We can cover some things that you might be confused about. I can go over an entry model. I can go over, whatever you guys are trying to learn right now. And if that's something you guys are interested in, we can do that. So here's another example of inversion here, right? Where we see this 5 minute. So we traded back into the 1 minute unicorn, which is right here. And then we formed this 5 minute bullish fair value gap. And notice how we inverse that and we've completely run down again, right? So that could be a possible entry level, the inversion of a 5 minute busy. We never tapped back into it, but let's look at the 1 minute, right? Let's see at the 1 minute if there's any good entry levels. Not a lot of great entry levels on the 1 minute, to be honest with you, not too much. Order block here, I guess, order block here. So not the best entry models, but now we're looking at seek and destroy in this 1 minute range. So notice how we did come up and sweep relative to equal highs here. We came back up and we came back up into this bearish unicorn on the 1 minute. And now we're coming down to try and sweep sell side. So you guys know what I like to talk about a lot. During seek and destroy, I love my SMT divergence and I love when we leave behind equal highs. So like right here, look at this. Notice how we just left behind relative to equal highs up here. Let's just put equal highs. So we just left those behind. We're coming down to the bottom of this range, back into new week opening gap. So what I would love to see is for NQ to come down and sweep this low right here. And I would love to see ES fail to sweep that low and get some SMT divergence and then see the reversal back up to equal highs. That would be something that I would maybe think about taking here, right? Because what am I looking for? I'm looking for SMT divergence. That is one of my main confluences during seek and destroy profile. Seeing SMT divergence and then leaving behind relative to equal highs, that's a trade that I'd be more willing to take while we are in seek and destroy profile, right? Especially because we're trading back into new week opening gap. We've already taken out buy side. We're coming down for sell side. If we get SMT, we get a divergence here in price. We see the reversal. Yeah, then we could look for longs to take right back up, right? And if we look overall as well at our 15-minute, what we can also do is we can chart out our New York AM range, right? Equilibrium, because we are in lunchtime now, so we can look to see if we're going to get the lunchtime reversal. So this is our AM high up here, all the way down to here. So we could look and see if price, I'm going to do it the other way actually. We can look and see if price is going to come back up and trade back up into the premium of our AM range, right? Looking for that New York AM or that London close reversal. So that's something we can keep our eye on right now, looking for the reversal. So let's just do this. Let's chart out that 50%. Where's our equilibrium? It might change actually in a second because we might come down and make a lower low here. But notice how we might get SMT down here. So let's just leave this for now. Let's go back to the 1 minute real quick. So let's see if NQ is going to sweep this low like I talked about. And what I want to happen is ES fail to sweep the low. And then I want to see a reversal. And I want to see if we can maybe target a long position to take us back up to equal highs and possibly up to a premium of our AM range. That is what I'm looking for. And that's why I'm running a session on Mondays during lunch hour, because of that lunchtime reversal, right? That's why. Because of the lunchtime reversal, to see if we can maybe catch it. We already had a little bit of the reversal here, but never any follow through. We never really made it back to a premium. So let's see if we get that SMT, because this would align with our seek and destroy profile. It would align with SMT divergence with our opposing relative to equal highs above. So a lot of confluences here in a move like this, to where I would be more willing to take a long and be more willing to take a trade because of these confluences. And we still have pretty good reward all the way up to there, 180 ticks, depending on where we get our entry. So it might be something I'm actually willing to take. Might be a trade that I'd be more willing to take, because right now we see more fall through on our candles. It's not as sideways right now. This is actually a pretty good move to the downside. Whereas over here was pretty choppy, not the best. And then now we see better candles, more follow through, continuous bearish order flow, price action. So a little bit better. So maybe we might find a nice little setup. I know last week, I talked about this a little bit, and I know me and Mike actually talked about it. He's brought it up a few times, but the London close reversal has happened very consistently for the past few weeks, right? It's been happening almost every single day. And again, if you guys still don't know what it is, go watch my video on the London close reversal, and we can also talk about it more here. But it's just such a good entry model, and it happens very consistently. And when you see it happening for weeks on end, right, it just continues to happen, then you keep looking for it. Right now, we're leaving behind some relative equal lows again. So we didn't get SMT down here, and now we're already starting to reverse without sweeping sell side. So that wouldn't really give me my entry model. I really wanted to see one of these indices come down and sweep the low. Neither of them swept the low, and now we're left behind equal lows, so we might come back down for those equal lows here. So I'll just wait on that. 5 minute SIBI above. Yeah, exactly. When you have equal highs and equal lows, it's very difficult to know where it wants to go first. So that's why I like to wait for liquidity sweeps during this kind of price action before I take any of my entries. Right, because now we're right in the middle of the range, and we have equal lows and equal highs. So not something that I really want to trade right now. I'd want to wait for us to sweep the equal highs and then reverse back for equal lows, or sweep the equal lows and then reverse back for equal highs. That's what I would want to see happen here. That's what I want to see happen. So again, we had the correct analysis from the beginning, right? From this morning, we had the correct analysis. We expected the shorts to come in. That was our expectation. We expected us to come down to new week opening gap. I wanted to see us come a little bit further. We haven't done that yet. But normally what we do on Mondays, No News Mondays, is we'll create an original, like an opening range. We'll chop within that opening range for most of the day, and then maybe we'll create another range like this one. We'll chop within this range for the rest of the day. It's typically kind of what happens. Let's see what news we have coming out for the rest of the week, though. Tomorrow we have a bunch of red folder, or 2 red folder. We've got JOLTS job openings, consumer confidence. We have orange folder in the morning. We have yellow folder in the morning. And then going into Wednesday, we have more red folder. We have NFP, and then we have GDP. Going into Thursday, we have more red folder. So the rest of the week, guys, this is NFP week. So we have NFP on Friday. So the rest of the week, I'm expecting better price action, good volatility, a lot better than what we've seen today, right? So when we have all that red folder, we're going to expect better price action, or at least more volume in the market than what we see today, right? So we're getting that reversal that I talked about, but we haven't came up and swept yet. We never swept the low, so I never got an entry. Plus, we've never traded back into a 1 minute busy to even get an entry. We're trying to inverse this 5 minute SIBI right here. So now what we're looking for is SMT at the highs. Now I want to see if we're going to come up and try to sweep equal highs, or come up here on ES and sweep the high and fail on NQ and then get the reversal right back down to equal lows. All right, so it's just a back and forth pattern. This is kind of the only way you can trade a no news Monday with a range like this. There's really no other way to trade this. You're not looking for breakouts. You're not looking for huge moves. You're just looking to scalp this market. That's all it is. That's all we're looking for here. Nothing more than that. On a no news Monday like this, you should never be holding on to your positions for a long time. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think that's a smart thing to do. Okay, so we got inversion of the 5 minute SIBI. So we've seen the reversal now. We're coming back up for equal highs. What I want to see is some SMT divergence up here. I want to see ES come up and sweep this high right now. And I want to see NQ fail to take the high and then come back for relative equal lows. That's what I'd like to see. Might get the gap. You mean new week opening gap? Like filling new week opening gap? Is that what you mean, Annan? At the most, that's what I would like to see happen. Yeah, I would like to see that happen. That's kind of what my initial thought was this morning. I want to see us come down and try to fill this gap. That would be cool, because then, maybe we could hold on to a contract if we got a nice trade in the shorts. Maybe hold on to one contract and see if we're going to keep running. It might not happen until like power hour, though. It might not happen until later. But eventually, yes, that's what I would want to see happen. I'd want to see us come and fill new week opening gap at some point, whether that's this afternoon or whether that's tonight. Maybe it's later on, right? But at some point, yes, I agree. I do want to see us come down for a new week opening gap here. That's what I would like to see. All right, so we just wait and see if we get that SMT, get the sweep, some good entry model. Do you guys have any questions for me right now at the moment? Oh, yeah, I'm sure a ton of people were getting faked out down here. 100%. Everybody's looking to get an NWOG fill. Never happened, right? And that's just no news Monday. Right, that's why we pay attention to what kind of price action we are trading every single day. If this was a normal day with some news, some volatility, then yes, we would have expected this one to come down and completely fill this morning. Right, that would have been our expectation, but it wasn't because it's not good price action today, not the best. But there could still be a decent opportunity this afternoon, or coming up soon. There could be a decent opportunity for us to catch a good trade. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Just gonna have to wait and see. All right, well, how are you guys doing, though? How are we feeling today? How are we feeling today? Have you guys been trading? Have you guys been sitting on the sideline? Took a few scalps, but not much. Good scalps, Bahama. Good winning scalps, I'm assuming. Mike Easy, 2 losers in the morning. Annan's a little red. Bahama Llama, a few green scalps. Took one winning trade. There you go, honest money. Cut short some 60 to 20. Nice, very nice. Okay, so you caught this move right here. Very nice. Good stuff, Chris. All right. Yeah, so a little mix of both, it seems. A little mix of both. The blender is real. The blender is real. Working, just listening. Nice. A little electric work there, I see. So guys, what I'm waiting for here is just for us to sweep liquidity on one side, get SMT divergence, and then maybe look for a nice scalp to opposing liquidity. That's all I'm looking for. Nothing too complicated, but I can't take any real trade until I actually see that happen, right? Because even with us expecting to go long from here and expecting to go short from here, you know, we can't really take that. We don't have enough conviction in the trade until we see that happen, until we see a sweep liquidity, until we see some SMT divergence. There's no reason to be getting into a trade here, in my opinion. It just doesn't really make sense. It doesn't really make sense. So that's what I would be waiting for here. Anybody here played the new Call of Duty or the new COD 6? I need some reviews. Playing right now. Oh no. It's not good. And is it good or not good? I need to get votes here because I downloaded it last night. I haven't played it, but I plan on playing it sometime this week. I just feel like they haven't made a good one literally like since number 2. Just for that's in my opinion. I don't know. Like they haven't made a good Black Ops, I feel like, since number 2. Your gamer tag is at Trader Joe. Wait, your gamer tag is Trader Joe or your gamer tag is Chickling? Like, that'd be pretty funny if it was Trader Joe. Gamer tag is Chickling. No, that'd be pretty cool if we got some games going. Little EE games. That'd be pretty cool. I'd be down to run. Some games. Okay, well, you guys got to give me at least a little bit of practice first. Let me at least run a few games like today. I'm gonna at least test it out, and then I'll get back to you. You guys are all practicing, so I gotta get a little bit of practicing. I'm in phase. Yeah, Braden is kind of OP. Braden told me yesterday he got 76 kills. I'm like, dude, the game just came out. I've never been good at video games. I just have an Xbox. I've had this Xbox for like years. And I know I should probably just buy the new one. I just don't play video games enough to even care about buying a new Xbox. But if I like this game a lot, then I'll probably just buy a new Xbox. I could just start trying to game on PC. Maybe I should start doing that. I've never gamed on PC before. Yeah, guys, I mean, this price action is just right back to the middle, so still no setups right now. We're almost out of lunch hour, so we'll see maybe going into the next hour, maybe we'll have something. True. You could set it all up for me. That would be kind of cool. Okay, not the worst idea. Not the worst idea. All I know is that I started downloading the game on my Xbox yesterday, and it was gonna take like all day to download. I don't know about PC. Yeah, it's like almost 300 gigs. On the Xbox, at least. Hey, but if it's worth it, If it's a fun game, I'll play. I'll play it for sure. But I always do where I'll play video games for like a weekend and like for 2 days, and then I just won't play again for months. I'm not the biggest gamer out there, I'll tell you that. But man, get me on some Mario Kart. I'll play that for days. I'll play that for days. Minecraft's fun. I like Minecraft. I haven't played it in a long time, but dude, Mario Kart's where it's at, man. I grew up with the Wii. I didn't grow up with an Xbox, with a PlayStation. I grew up with GameCube and Wii. So that's what I'm the best at. Nintendo 64, GameCube, Wii, all that good stuff. That's what I grew up with. I never played Mario Soccer. I played Mario Baseball though on the Nintendo 64, and that was so fun. Dude, Guitar Hero on the Wii was the best. Dude, that's what we used to do too. Me and my cousins would always play Nintendo 64, Super Smash Bros. Mario Kart. Nah, I never really played Fortnite. I think I've played Fortnite 3 times. I think I've played it a whole 3 times. Like I said, I'm not a big gamer. Like, I enjoy playing video games, but I just can't find myself to sit down for like a long time and just play video games unless like it's just like one weekend or a few weekends. But if it's a fun game, I'll do it for a little bit. Like the only time I played a lot was like during COVID. I played a ton of video games during COVID because there wasn't too much else to do. Yeah, see, I can sit down and watch a baseball game for 4 hours and be fine. That's cool with me. It's just different. GoldenEye. Dude, Mario Kart. I never played GoldenEye, but Mario Kart that's to keep it G. That's my ish. I will challenge anybody to a game of Mario Kart. Fallout, GTA, State of Decay. GTA is fun. I like GTA. I never played Fallout. GTA is fun though. I spent some time on GTA. No, but my games are like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Skate 3. I like sports games. I like Madden. I like 2K. Modern Warfare. That's like I love Modern Warfare. Oh yeah, once GTA 6 comes out, like in 20 years, for sure, I'll be playing that. Tony Hawk Pro Skater is like maybe like top 3 game ever made in my opinion. The soundtrack, just everything about it. No, we could add a video game tab and we could do some streaming. That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be sick, Chickling. Get a little EE crew for some GTA 6. Dude, whenever the new Skate comes out, when is that supposed to come out? I've been hearing that for years. Skate 4. No, I didn't watch the UFC this weekend. Was it good? Who was fighting? No, I was busy. I wasn't even thinking about it. But I saw something about it. I did see that knockout with the double like behind the back punch to the dude. Who was that? That was crazy. Max Holloway lost? Really? Dang. Dang. Max got knocked out? See, I didn't see that. Was that from that punch? Like the double behind the back, or was that someone else? I only saw like a quick clip of it, so I wasn't sure. Dang, bro. Holloway. That's crazy. Dude, I feel bad for all the. I saw like a bunch of videos of people out in Hawaii, like waking up to watch the fight. And then that's what they have to see. Because is Holloway, he's from Hawaii, right? Yeah. Hawaii. Dang, dude. KO. That's rough. That's rough. Yeah, like I'm not like don't get me wrong, I'm not like a UFC super fan whatsoever, but I do really enjoy watching. I do enjoy watching some UFC. Man, this price action has gone back to being pretty bad again. Pretty choppy. I feel like everybody hates the super confident fighters. I mean, it makes sense because a lot of them have big egos. How do I feel about the slapping bleep? You mean like just like the slap fights, like where they just sit in front of each other? That's insane, bro. I love that. The power slap, yeah. I don't know. I can't watch too much of it. I'm just like it makes me like feel weird. I'm like, imagine getting slapped that hard by a dude that's like 400 pounds. Insane. Bare knuckle boxing is a whole nother level too. There's some crazy dudes out there, man. Crazy dudes. And women. And women. McGregor? Yeah. Yeah, I just saw a bad video of McGregor, like that dude looked like he was like cheating on his wife, like right in front of her. I was like, what is going on with that? It's weird. I don't mess with that. I don't mess with that. Trading on a 3, you're trading for MMA. Your third fight in professional career. No way, bro. Seriously? You're fighting professional MMA right now? Bro, what? Do you have it recorded or anything? Can we like watch? Is there any way we can watch? 165 weight class. Dude, I would love to watch and support. That's sick. That'd be awesome, bro. I didn't know that. What martial art do you practice? Do you train? Yeah, don't mess with Trade 903, guys. Don't mess with Trade 903. Yeah, dude, I'd love to support you. I'm sure a lot of people here would love to support you as well. That'd be pretty cool. Did Greco wrestling until 15 years old. Nice. Okay, guys. Well, we're into the new hour here. We're getting a little volatility. Let's see if we get a little SMT with a liquidity sweep or something here. Dang, that's sick, Shosky. What? That's sick. Your father used to be a professional boxer back in the day, so he put the hands for me. Nice. Dang. Excuse my French, but that's badass, man. That's sick. Yeah, dude, for real though. Let us know. Send the link or however we can watch. I'd love to support, man. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome, man. There was a long period in high school that I really wanted to be a boxer, and I kept telling my mom I was gonna be a boxer, and she's like, "You've already had like multiple concussions. You're not becoming a boxer." I was like, I guess you're right. Maybe I shouldn't. Boxing is so cool, man. Just any MMA, boxing, all of it. Pretty sick. That's the real, I think that's like one of the realest tests of a human spirit right there. Strength and spirit. Being a fighter. Man, this price action, guys. Do you guys have questions? Is there something you guys want me to go over? Any concepts, any ideas you'd like me to cover right now while we're just hanging out? Doesn't look like price action is going to get too good anytime soon. Hola, Alpha. ¿Qué pasa? Still having a little confusion finding the right liquidity zones. Okay, so that's a good question. That is a good question. All right, let's talk about some liquidity then. So you said finding the right liquidity zones, right? That's key. Because yes, some liquidity zones might be more important than others. So that's why I always talk about the first thing you should be looking for are relative to equal highs and lows, right? So notice how right now we have swing high, equal highs right here. Boom. Why is this key? Because now we have more liquidity resting above this. We have more stops resting above this. This is where we're most likely going to go target. And then we come down here, we form relative to equal lows. Now we have more stops resting below this, right? More liquidity. So the first thing we really want to pay attention to is what levels of equal highs or equal lows do we have? And then what we want to pay attention to is how does that align with our overall bias on the day? How does it align with our bias, right? Because that really matters. It really matters because let's say we have overall on the day, we do have a bearish bias. Even though we expected seek and destroy, we still expect bearish price action. So when we come down like this and we form relative to equal lows and we have a bearish bias on the day, we expect price to eventually come back and grab this liquidity down here, right? So what do we want to see? We want to see some retracement. Now, today is not the best example just because we have, very choppy price action. But when we leave behind liquidity like this, and we're very bearish on the day, this is going to be a key level that we expect price to come to, a point of interest, right? Point of interest, you could say POI. This is a point of interest. This is where we expect price to go because overall, on our higher time frames, we expect us to be bearish. We expect us to come lower, right? Expect us to come down here. So we just wait for a pullback and we wait for an entry model that allows us to find a good level to take the trade off of. Okay, so let's just say, for example, like right now what we'd want to see is for price to come up and grab equal highs. And then we want to see us reverse because overall we want us to be bearish. So we'd want to see us reverse back down and grab equal lows. Okay, but the first thing I always do is I'm looking for my highest time frame liquidity levels, right? Highest time frame liquidity levels first. That's why you always see me on the 4 hour and the daily and the 1 hour looking for those levels first because look, we have swing high up here on the 4 hour, key liquidity, but we're very bearish right now, so we don't expect this to come up for that liquidity, right? We don't expect this to come up for that liquidity because we're very bearish. We expect this to come down for sell side liquidity, so that's why we look at the 4 hour, the 1 hour. We have a swing low down here. This is where we'd expect this to come because we have a bearish bias right now, right? So it's breaking down the higher time frame liquidity down to lower time frame, using lower time frame liquidity to accelerate us to higher time frames. So what I'd want to see is us come up and grab buy side, grab equal highs, and then get reversal down to external liquidity down at the hourly swing low. Does that make sense? And again, I have videos about this. We can talk more and more about liquidity, so until it really, really makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch this right now. You're blue. Let's go. Come on now. Oh. Oh. Right off the bat. That's some power right there. little knee to the face. Woo. Okay. Come on now. Got the footwork. Hey, you're connecting all these shots. Oh, dude, this guy stood no chance. Dang, trade 903. That dude stood no chance against you. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Beautiful. Buenos tardes, Juan. ¿Cómo estás? Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Yeah, guys. So right now we're really just waiting. We're just waiting to see if we get the liquidity sweep, if we get any kind of S&T. Just going over anything that you guys, might be confused about. This is the time for, to ask questions. Bienvenida, Juan. Small fair value gap. We do have a small 1 minute right here. 1 minute busy. 1 minute busy here. Yeah, so we pretty much just have to wait. We have to wait for some liquidity sweep. There's no reason to take a trade inside of this range right now, in my opinion. No trades. No trades today, Juan. No trades. Yeah, pretty bad. Pretty bad price action. I did talk about the shorts from the 5 minute, right? We had this 5 minute. Where was it? 5 minutes unicorn, right? So we have the 5 minute unicorn up here. I did say I wanted to see the shorts come, go from this level and take out the lows. But price was so choppy throughout this whole move. There was never really any entries. And plus I was, getting some other work done during this anyways. Just not the best price action to be trading. As we can see, it's very evident right now. Very evident. Yeah, so so far just no risk. Like there's just nothing that makes me want to risk any money right now. All right, we got a week ahead of us. What I won't do is go from not trading an entire week, to then just feeling like I have to trade on a Monday just because I haven't traded for a week. But because it's nice, like, about not trading for the week last week, although like I would prefer to trade, I would prefer not to, have to go through anything personally. But what it allowed me to do, it was kind of nice to be able to sit back and not stress about trading for a week. And it's kind of, okay, it's gotten me into a fresh mindset to where now it's like I restarted, right? It's just a fresh start. Cool. I'm only taking the perfect setups. I'm only taking my A+ setups and nothing else. That's it. I don't care. I do not care if there's temptations in the market, if there's things that, I see that I'm like, oh, I wish I would have taken that. No, that's not the mindset. It's, I didn't see my perfect setup. I'm not trading. That's it. That's, at the end of the day, that's what matters. Imagine if you did that for an entire year of trading, guys. Just imagine where you could be if you just do that for an entire year of trading. Because yes, what a lot of you are probably thinking about right now is, well, I don't want to do that because there's only this amount of time left in the year, right? But that's not the way you got to look at it. You got to look at it to whereas right now you're starting your new year. This might be where you completely change. This is the new year starting right now. Every single day for the rest of the year, I will not take any trades unless I see my A+ setup. And like you said, CRISPR, if you did that, you would most likely be profitable. But that's okay, right? Because we know that to be the truth. So now we just work on it. Because at the end of the day, yeah, maybe throughout a year of 250 trading days, maybe you miss out on 50 of those trading days because they're days like that. But imagine the other 200 days that you're trading. Okay, guys, we just got SMT divergence. This is what we've been waiting for. Came down and swept. Right here we failed, so that we got SMT. We grabbed equal lows. Boom, right there. Notice that SMT, we swept equal lows here. This is what I was looking for. And now we see if we get the reversal here. Do we get the reversal? Because we could get the reversal here. We could inverse. And this is what I'm looking for, is I'd wait for us to inverse this 1 minute right here. And then I would look to catch this one all the way up to equal highs above. Like that. That's what I would be looking for here on this trade. So I would need to see us come up and close above. Inverse a 1 minute SIBI here. Like that. Once we close above, I'm looking for the longs to take me up to equal highs up here. And if this one starts breaking out to the shorts, oh well, then I won't take a trade. Right? I won't take a trade after that. And we might start breaking out a little bit here. So no more SMT here anymore, it looks like. We still have, we got equal lows down here, so we didn't really sweep this low completely here. So I still consider this SMT divergence right now. I would still consider this SMT here. We'll see if we get the reversal or if this is the point where we want to start filling this entire new week opening gap. Let's wait and see if we start getting the reversal. Because this would be a trade I'm more willing to take here, guys. I'd be definitely more willing to take a trade like this. Let's see if we can come up in inverse, guys. If we come up in inverse, yeah, I might look to get an entry here. I might look to get an entry in the longs up here. All right, catch it up to the equal highs. Maybe look for a TP around this high up here. You know, look for a first TP around this swing high up here. But we obviously would need to inverse this 1 minute first. We also have a 2 minute, we're forming a 3 minute, a 4 minute, and a 5 minute. So we're going to need to see inversion of all these levels if the longs are going to step in. Is that a unicorn? You could kind of consider, yeah, this could be a bearish unicorn here. It could be a bearish unicorn for sure. I don't expect it to hold though, because it's a 1 minute and we're in seek and destroy. But yes, we do see a high, low, higher, high. Displacement of lows with a fair value gap. So technically, yeah, it is a unicorn on the 1 minute here. But I'm not expecting it to be strong. I'm not expecting it to keep us, you know, down right now at least. No, I think they said Ohtani's coming back. As far as I heard, I think he's coming back. Okay, well, I mean, we're respecting the unicorn right now. He separated or like dislocated his shoulder. And he was still in second and he dislocated his shoulder, I think. It popped out of socket. Man, Dodgers have been dominating the Yankees, though. I wouldn't say dominating, but I mean, 2-0 is going to be hard to come back from for the Yankees. Never thought I'd be rooting for the Yankees to win the World Series, but here I am. Yeah, that would have been bad. Yeah, that first game was insane, dude. That walk-off grand slam was crazy. They really did steal that. They should not have won that game. I don't know why they put Nestor Cortez in to close when he hasn't pitched in forever and is not a reliever. Terrible move by the GM there, by the by the manager, by Aaron Boone. All right, guys, I'm just waiting for us to inverse here, and then I'm going to look for a long. Once we close above, if we retest this level, I'm going to look for a long here. I'm probably going to go light risk. I don't know if I'll add into a full. I might just go 3 cons here. Might go half. All right, we got inversion. So you could take the aggressive entry right now. I kind of want to wait for us to trade back into the inverse and get my entry. But if you want to take the aggressive entry here, you can take that the long already. You can already look to take this long. That's up to you. I'm not going to be aggressive right now just because of the way price action has been today. But I like these longs a lot. We got our SMT. Everything we talked about waiting for has happened now. And we have our equal high target up there. So that's where I'm expecting price to go here. I just want to see us trade back. We're also creating a 1 minute busy here. So it'd be nice if we could trade back and get a better entry down here. Like that. This would be a good entry. But this one might not come back, right? This one might just start running. That's cool. I'm fine if I miss out on it. That's okay with me. If you don't want to miss out on it, right? If you wanted to get that trade, you had your entry opportunity already. I called it out, aggressive entry. You could have taken it. There you go, alpha. Nice. So you took it all the way down here. Very nice. Well, here's these longs, guys. This is the exact trade I was talking about. So you can either look to take a TP up here. You can wait and take a TP up at this high. You could wait and take a TP up at equal highs. That's up to you if you got the entry. All right, but this is that move. And like I said, I'm okay with missing out on this move. I wasn't even planning on taking a trade in general, so I'm okay with that. But I'm just, we called out a very good move here. So I'm happy about that. Very good analysis here. This is exactly the move I was waiting for. And sometimes, I just don't want to be aggressive and I'm going to miss out on the move here, and that's okay with me. I'm fine with that. Who took the aggressive entry besides Alpha? Anybody else take the entry? Okay, good amount of people did. A few didn't. Okay, so it seems like most people took the entry. So like I said, this could be a good TP here. You could also take TP up here. We don't have SMT at the highs right now because we've both swept this high. You just want to be careful because it's seek and destroy, right? You want to take your TP whenever we sweep liquidity. When we're in seek and destroy profile, you want to look to take a TP just in case we do want to reverse after taking, liquidity. So I would maybe think about selling, something here, maybe, or just moving your stop to break even at this point. I would definitely think about doing that here. There we go, right? So that's a win right there. That's a good win. Right? Just plain safe and seek and destroy profile is always the best way to go, in my opinion. It's not smart to keep holding just in case, we get that reversal after taking buy-side liquidity. You just want to be careful. And that's up to you, right? It depends on your risk, your risk tolerance. If you're okay with just holding your stop at break even and holding all the way through, then do that, right? But if you just want to secure profit, then do that. That's completely up to you. Yeah, exactly, right? We didn't close above this high, so we haven't gotten displacement yet, so that is one reason to sell. But again, we're bouncing off a busy, so if we do come up and close above, that could be good conviction to keep holding on. $900 more to pass your first eval. Let's go, Indo. The reward here is very solid. Very solid. I agree. I do think we have a strong possibility that we move up to these equal highs, right? That's the whole trade. That's the whole framework for this trade. The entire framework for this trade is equal lows to equal highs, right? SMT divergence. inversion. That's the whole framework, and it's all happened. So that is where I would expect us to go. But we have to realize that in this kind of price action today, it is still likely that we can see us take out buy side and then come right back down again and take out sell side, right? So we just have to be careful. But I agree with you, Shosky. I think there is a good amount of reward to this trade. I think there's a lot of potential here. Just depends if price wants to follow through, because we might get some SMT up here at the highs, right? Coming up soon. If ES comes up and sweeps this high, we might get SMT. NQ might fail to make its way all the way up, right? There we go. Indo, that's what it's all about, man. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say. Slow and steady wins the race. Did we not learn anything from that childhood story? The toad in the hare, right? Isn't that what it's from? Slow and steady wins the race, man. It's true. It's true all the way into adulthood. That's what I've found. Out took 30 points, and there you go, Marvin. Nice trade, man. There you go. 30 points is solid. That is very solid. Very, very solid. Yeah, so like from where I wanted to get my entry, right, from right here, about 87 ticks. Very good. Pretty solid right here. 88 ticks. Fastest way to get somewhere is to go slow. 100%, man. I agree. I completely agree, man. And I think everybody can agree. Everybody here that's tried to rush their way to success in trading has probably not found it. I would be surprised if anybody here told me that they rushed their way and found success in trading by rushing. I don't really think it's possible. Maybe in very small scenarios it's possible, but I just don't think it is. Because I've tried it and I didn't find success by doing that. It's just such a cool thing to think, like, imagine if I just take this process slow, one day at a time. I just imagine where I'll be in 1 year from now. Like, it could be literally could be life-changing. It could be, if you're taking it seriously enough. No lie, like, it could be life-changing. But you want it to be life-changing right now, and that's just not really realistic. Not very realistic. Unmitigated 15-minute and inefficiency above could blow all the way up through there. I agree. I think there's a lot of potential. I think there's potential we come all the way back up to this imbalance, right? All the way back up to these equal highs. I make a year doing that next month and have learned so much. That's what I'm talking about, Sea Breezy. That's amazing. Man, I mean, if you think about it, like this is something that most of us probably want to do for the rest of our lives, right? For a long time at least. Then, like, why are you trying to rush and make it happen within 6 months? Like, think about it. You're putting in the work right now for for a few years to be able to have a skill to make you money for the rest of your life. That's the way you got to look at. You have to look at it. You're investing a few years of your life right now to see output from that investment for years and years and years and years to come. I have to tell my friends all the time they make like $200 a day working 8 hours at the job and they try making $3K in 12 minutes. Yeah, exactly, right? It's such a different mindset, and it makes sense why we want to do that, because that's natural for us as humans to want to do that. And it's just like, imagine if you just made the $200 a day that in 1 hour that you made at your 8 hours at your job, right? Like that's life-changing. It really is. It doesn't have to be thousands of dollars. One of my biggest mistakes is not being patient and waiting for the right entry. Yeah, right? And I think that's most people's, and that's normal. That's completely normal. It's like video games, you need to grind day by day. 100% though. Like, it's literally like anything you pursue that will bring real value to your life, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a long time, a lot of investment, a lot of hard work. I mean, my favorite thing to to relate it to is sports, because I love sports, but it's just such a good comparison. And if you think about it, think like anybody in a professional league. Like, imagine the years and years and years of practice and hard work they had to put in to get to that point. They did not just become, because there is thousands of people throughout the world, millions of people that have the same exact athletic ability as these people that are in the professional leagues, but they didn't want to put in the hard work, right? That's, at the end of the day, that's what it is. That's what it comes down to. That's really what it comes to. Yeah, there's some people that just have a special gift, 100%. Some people are just gifted physically, for sure. Or, with their brain, maybe they're smarter. Maybe they have a better, physical abilities. But at the end of the day, most people are pretty similar and are given pretty similar abilities. And it's just who wants it more? Who wants to work harder? Who actually realizes that it's going to take time? That's what it comes down to with anything. Like, I always think about the skills that I've learned throughout the years, right? Like, for me, I like to relate it to playing an instrument too. I like to relate it because, like, when I first started trying to learn piano, I was so bad at it, and I was like, this is going to take so long to get good at. But I didn't let that hold me back. I just decided to practice a little bit every single day. So eventually I got to the point where now, I can play, pretty good. But that took me years and years and years of practice to get to the point I am today. It didn't happen overnight. And it took me practicing every single day to get to where I am. It's pretty much any skill you try to pick up in life, that's how it's going to happen. It's going to take a long time. But obviously you got to put in the work. Have to get your trading PhD, exactly, right? We're putting in the schooling right now. This is your investment. This is your schooling. This is your education. Same thing with it relates to everything, right? Like you said, like a PhD, it's the same thing with the doctor, right? They just went through 8, 10, 12 years of schooling to now make a good income, a very good income, and be a successful doctor. Same exact thing. It relates to so many different professions. But in trading, people don't treat it like that. People think it's a get-rich-quick thing, and they just try to make a bunch of money right away. It just doesn't happen that way. It's not how it works. Some people have traded twice or 3 times more with still no payout. I've gotten 3 and 4 months. I don't think you ever stop learning when you day trade. Exactly. That's a great way to put it. Great way to put it. Imagine how many people play sports and how many actually make it. Trading is no different. Yep, 100%. 100%. You don't become a lawyer after 1 year of law school. It takes years. Same with being a doctor. Yep, same exact thing. That's why I like lifting weights and try to get stronger every month. That's a great thing to compare it to. Same thing with lifting. 100%. That's like me. Like, when I was trying to lose some weight and get in better shape, I would get frustrated because I wasn't losing weight after 1 month. I'd be like, what's happening? I'm putting in a bunch of work, but I'm not seeing any outcome. But then I kept sticking with it, and after a year, I ended up losing a bunch of weight and getting in really good shape because I just stuck with it, with my discipline every single day, every single week. And, after a year, I finally saw some results, but that didn't make me want to stop working. That just made me want to work even harder. All right, same thing with trading. Just because I put in years and years of practice with a lot of failure, and even though, I've seen more success, that doesn't make me want to just stop. That makes me want to work harder now. That makes me want to learn more. That makes me want to do even better. Just continue to improve. Right, and at the end of the day, everything is up to you. It's up to you. How are you going to treat this? Are you going to treat this, not seriously and just try to get rich quick and try to make some quick cash? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it won't happen. And even if you do make some quick cash, it's not going to be sustainable. It won't be sustainable. But if you're here, and I really do believe that every one of you that's in this live right now is here for the right reason, just continue to work, continue to learn, and stay disciplined, and don't put a timeline exactly when you expect to see success. Have goals for yourself. I think it's good to set goals. Okay, by the end of the year, I want to get a payout. Okay, but how are you going to get that payout, right? Because we set these goals and we don't actually set a plan to achieve the goals. We don't put in the work. So if you have goals for yourself, then make a detailed plan of how you're actually going to get to that goal. If you want to get a payout by the end of the year, you're giving yourself 2 months. What are you going to do exactly every single day to get that payout by the end of the year? And if you don't get the payout by the end of the year, you can't be upset with yourself. The only reason you should be upset with yourself is if you did not stick to your rules and you didn't stick to your plan, or you didn't even make a plan. That's the way I see it. Family. No, exactly. What's your purpose, right? That's my biggest thing. Having a purpose for my trading. I mean, there's always got to be a purpose behind everything you do. Just like working. Why do you work, right? Obviously, to survive, to pay the bills, to support a family. Why are you trading? It might be similar things. It might be bigger goals than that. Have some kind of purpose behind what you are doing. It will make a big difference. Have some kind of plan about what you're going to do with the money. If you do start getting payouts, what are you going to do with that money? Have a plan. So when it does happen, you're not just you don't just blow all the money. Because I've been there too. I've done the same exact thing. Got an influx of money out of nowhere. Got some good money and then just blew it all because I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't have a plan. And then it's okay, now I got to restart again from scratch. I got to make some more money. So having a good plan for that money is also very important. Are you taking a trade today? So I wanted to take the longs. We did trade back into this level. The only thing I don't like right now, in terms of getting a re-entry, or getting an entry at all, is we got SMT. We did get SMT up at the highs right now. ES just took out that high. So I probably won't look for a re-entry here. Myself, personally, I probably won't look for a re-entry or any entry at all. I probably will just end up staying out of the market today. Just because I didn't get the entry I wanted right here. If I would have gotten this entry, then yes, I would have taken that trade. But I just didn't get my entry that I really wanted. So I might just stay out. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with just saving my capital for tomorrow, right? I'm cool with that. Or even for tonight. If we see a good Asia session trade, I'll save it for tonight. You save 80% and 20% for needs. See, that's good, right? You have your plan. What is your plan? You get a payout of $2,000. What is that money going to? Are you going to use all that money to start growing your trading? Perfect. Do you need that money to pay for some bills, to pay a credit card, whatever, Use that money for a purpose. Because I will tell you right now, don't be like me. Don't go make some money and then spend it all on things you don't need. It's not smart. And yeah, you might do it. That's fine. But as long as you know what you were planning to do with it. Have some kind of plan. We do have SMT at the highs, but looks like ESNQ will hit those highs at the same time and get SMT at Asia highs. Well, yeah, I mean, I would like to see that. I want to see NQ move higher right now. I do want to see NQ move higher, so we'll see if it does. We're still respecting bullish order flow right now. Respecting bullish fair value gaps for down here, up here. We're respecting these levels, so we still look good. I learned because when I made money on meme stocks and blow it. Yep. Same thing here, dude. Same thing here. Made money from that, blew it all. Same exact thing. Of course, honest money. Have a great rest of your day. Got stopped at break even, and I added into my first. So you added back down here again. It's a good ad. Good ad, right? Look, it still looks pretty good right now. Still looks pretty good. We're still respecting bullish order flow. The one thing I don't like, though, is SMT at the highs, right? That's the one thing I don't like, because remember what happened last time. We got SMT at the lows, and we completely reversed. That's the one thing I don't like about this. And that's why I said it's probably a good idea to take some TP up here, move your stop to break even. And even if you did get a reentry, right, probably keep your stop at break even at this point. That's probably what I would do. I'd probably have my stop at break even here. Just play it very smart, right? Play it very smart here. Just inverse the 1 minute busy. So again, just looking at the 5-minute, right? Very choppy. The 5-minute looks terrible. 5-minute does not look good, but we did get the entry, right? We got the move we wanted to see happen, and obviously it hasn't fully played out to equal highs, and that's why I warned you guys. Once we take out liquidity, once we get SMT, take TP or move your stop to break even. Don't risk it. And that's just how you have to play a day like today. That's kind of the only way you can trade a day like today. It's the smart way to do it, or at least I would say. So yeah, I mean, I probably won't take a trade today. I'll probably just wait until Asia session, see if we get a nice Asia session move. I'll look to call that out for you guys. But besides that, I'll probably just stay out of the market for now. I don't think I really want to risk any capital here. Like as I said before, this is the only move I would have taken right here, and just didn't see my entry level, so I just didn't take it. But for those of you that might still be holding your trade, you know, it doesn't look awful. I'll repeat myself one more time. I just don't like SMT divergence during Seek and Destroy. The only thing I don't like. Overall, I still would like to see NQ come up for equal highs, but it might take a while for us to get there. Hey, 4 cents. 4 cents on the day. Making the big bucks, man. Making the big bucks. Lunch is on you, Matthew. Lunch is on you. All right, guys. Well, I mean, no, not in America, that's for sure. Probably not anywhere. Do you guys have any more questions? Anything else you guys would like me to go over before I end the session? Anything else you guys might be questioning, concerned about? Comments? Have I ever had Korean chicken wings? I've had Korean barbecue. I love Korean barbecue. I don't know about chicken wings. Oh, by the way, guys. Okay, wait, let me just answer a few questions. Well, I just want to announce first, we are going to drop clothing today. Clothing will be dropped today, will be for sale. It will be for sale. What I will say is right now, to start, we are doing print to order for our clothing. We're doing print to order, so there's a few things that go along with that. We plan on moving into actually having all of the clothing that we will ship and package ourselves, but right now we're just doing print to order. So that just means that whenever you buy it, it will be sent to the company that's making the clothing, and these companies are going to charge for shipping. So for U.S. shipping, it's going to be a smaller charge, but if you are international, it's going to be a bigger fee for shipping. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. So the pricing will reflect, right? Like, print to order and shipping. So just be aware of that, but don't worry, it's just temporary. We're going to be moving into like actually more clothing, where we're going to be doing it all from our office, and we're going to be making really nice clothing with really cool designs. So that's going to be in the future. So for this is just temporary, but we would love for you guys to be able to rep the brand and, buy some cool clothing. So we're going to drop it today. So just be aware of that. And if you guys do have questions for us about any purchases you want to make, just hit us up, DM us, or ask us in the chat, if you have questions about anything, and we'll get back to you ASAP about any of that. But yes, the clothing we have right now is going to be pretty cool. It's more basic EE logos and stuff, but I think it's pretty sick. I think it's awesome. But we plan on doing in the future like more drops of clothing with like really cool designs and really nice material. So just that will be in the future. Okay, let me see. I'm going to read through some of your questions here. Can you explain turtle soup? Yes, turtle soup. Okay, so I'm just going to break it down in a simple terms, right? So the first thing you're looking for, Bahama Llama, is a external buy side or sell side liquidity level. So whether that's up here, down here, right, sell side or buy side, you're looking for it on the hourly, the 4 hour, or the daily. Does it align with our daily bias, right? let's say we want to see us come down. We're bearish bias. We want to see us come down and grab this hourly low. That's our target. Okay, let's just say this is our target, an external liquidity level. We want to break it down to the smaller time frame, and what we want to see happen is internal sweep of liquidity. So we'd want to see us sweep an internal high, like a 1 minute, a 5 minute, or a 15-minute buy side liquidity level, like this. Let's say we came up and swept this high right here. We would want to see us sweep that and then get a full reversal and come down to an external low, and vice versa. Let's say our target was a buy side high up here. We'd want to see us come down and sweep an internal low and then go target external buy side. So remember, it's always internal to external. So you want to see a smaller time frame liquidity sweep that is now going to reverse and take us to our external liquidity level, right? That aligns with our daily bias. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if you're still a little bit confused. For a person that has a 150K Express, how much would you risk daily? That's a good question, right? So 150K Express account, what's your drawdown on 150K? What is it, like 4,500, 5,000? Right? You want to break it down based off of, okay, what is my drawdown? Is it 4,500? Let's say it's 4,500, for instance. You want to break it down that way. So 4,500, let's say you want to go 10 days of consistent losing before you blow your account. So you just divide that by 10. Okay, so maybe you want to risk $450 a day because that would be basically 10% risk a day. That's still kind of high risk, but it makes more sense on an eval account to have a little bit higher risk. But let's say for an Express account, you want to do less than that. Maybe you want to risk 5% of your account daily. Okay, so then you just do 4,500 times 0.05. That's $225. So that's 5%. So maybe you only want to risk $225. What I would do is always break it down percentage-wise. How many days do you want to give yourself? What is the percentage you want to risk? I think it's okay on an eval to risk maybe up to 10%. Just because it's lower risk because it's not live money. But again, it's up to you. Like for me, that would be a good plan because I would be willing to do 450 a risk to make about 900 a day, to make about 1,000 a day. I'd be okay with that. But some people, it might be a little bit harder. So maybe you want to risk a little bit less. Maybe you want to do $225 of risk to make 500 a day or to make 700 a day, right? Something along those lines is that's what I would say to do for that size account. It just depends on your risk tolerance, how many days you want to give yourself to either pass the account or blow the account, as long as you're staying consistent with that. Okay. Let me look through. Sea Breezy, you said it's a must. All right, well, I will try out some Korean chicken wings then. That sounds very good. Jolly, you said, how do we approach the rest of the week with earnings coming up? With being very conservative, sizing down. Size down, size down, size down, size down. I will size down probably this entire week. We have earnings throughout the whole week. We have a bunch of red folder news coming out, so it's going to be high volatility. So I would say size down. You might have to have some bigger stop losses as long as it aligns with your normal plan. Let's say maybe normally you trade 10 micros. Let's say normally you risk, $200 a day with 10 micros or $500 a day with 10 micros, whatever it is. Maybe now you're only trading 5 micros, but you're still risking the same amount. You just now have bigger stop losses. That's how I would go about. Anytime I see weeks that have a ton of volatility, that have a lot of red folder news, and that have a lot of earnings, I just size down. And if the market's too volatile, I stay out of it. I don't even trade it. I'd have to look that up, Sea Breezy. I don't know. Bonchon? I don't know. I'll have to look. I could look right now. Let's see. Bonchon. No, it doesn't look like they do. Looks like the nearest one is in Colorado. So I'd have to go to Colorado for that. Matthew, no way. Did you miss it? So basically all I was saying, Matthew, was figure out the percentage you want to risk, right? So if you have a $4,500 drawdown or $5,000 drawdown, figure out, do you want to risk 5%, 10%, 3% of your account? Divide that or multiply, right? So let's say $4,500 of risk. That's your drawdown. Then divide 40 or multiply 4,500 by 0.05. That's 5% daily. So maybe you're risking $225 a day. Or if you want to do 10% daily, maybe you're risking $450 a day. As long as you're at least trying to make double that, trying to do 2-to-1, 3-to-1 risk to reward every single day, right? So maybe if you're risking 225 a day, you're trying to make 750 a day, something along those lines where you're trying to, figure out how many days would you be willing to take losses in a row before you blow your account. I would say anywhere from 250 to 450 is a good amount. Now you just want to be more careful on a funded account. I'd say go less risky on a funded account and probably risk around 200 to 300 a day. That's what I would say. But again, yeah, that's fine. 150 to 200 is not bad either. It just depends on your risk tolerance and how consistent you're winning. That's fine too. If you're winning every single day and you have a really consistent win rate, then you could maybe risk a little bit more because you're not losing much. But if you are, kind of back and forth a little bit with the win rate, then the lower risk, the better. If anyone is into cologne, I've used Adventus Creed before. There's a cologne on TikTok I'm skeptical about. Club de Nuit. Interesting. Good to know. That's actually, I'm literally on my last few sprays of cologne. So that is very good. I'm glad that you brought that up. So I'm going to write those down real quick and look into them. It's only $30. Club de Nuit. All right. Good to know. Thank you for the recommendation. I will look into that. Nice. A lot of compliments. Very good. What's up? Started from the bottom, Trader. How you doing, Travis? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better this week, and I'm feeling in a much better mindset. So I'm really looking forward to this week of trading. Obviously, no trading today with the way price action has looked, but I'm looking forward to getting back into it. So, all right, Matthew. Yeah, I think I'm going to end the session here. So again, I will be looking for trades during Asia session. I'll be on my charts looking for trades. So I'll keep you guys updated with what I'm looking at. If there's any specific stuff I'm looking at on the charts. And I'll keep you updated tonight. I won't take any trades this afternoon until Asia session if there's anything good. But I appreciate you guys all. Great session today. Good talking with you guys. Good education. Of course, Frank. No problem, Travis. Enjoy your day. You guys have a great rest of your day. You stay safe. Go enjoy it. Get your studying in. Remember, hard work, hard work, hard work. That's what's going to take you. Hard work and patience will take you to the next level. Continue to study. Continue to be patient. Stay consistent every day. All right, guys? All right. God bless all of you. I will talk to you all later. Hopefully during Asia session. Peace out, my friends.